Hello guys, my name is Armin. In today's video learning Revit, I want to show you how to navigate in 3D views. This is very important. It's going to give you a lot of tips and tricks to use. This is a very simple concept, but it's going to provide you a good tool to get to a point very fast. Without further ado, let's jump into Revit so we can take a look at the 3D view navigation.
In today's episode, we are going through how to navigate in 3D views. So when you basically have the 3D view, you can see this icon next to it. This is 3D, and then with these 3D, you have different options that you don't have it when you are in the 2D view, like the floor plan, elevation, and like RCP. So if you are in like a 2D, Zero is going to be different. We have another video that we kind of went through all of this. So so if I move away, this home button is going to go away. This home button is going to give us a lot of access. So most people don't kind of pay attention to this. But the thing is, if you right click on the home button, it's going to give you a bunch of options to navigate and get to a point that you want. So the first thing is, if you have a specific view that you like to see, you can save it here. So if I click on this, it's gonna ask me to basically save a view. So if I hit OK, it's gonna save that view. That's name. So if you guys can see, basically when I hit save, it's gonna go and then save that view for me. And right now the name is changed. So this is going to give you guys, if you have a specific view that you want to save and you want to go back to that view all the time, you can do it, name it, and save that view and get back to it. You can save it in perspective, ortho. Also, you can set the current home view. Like if let's say, if I want to get closer to this area and I want to kind of move around, look this way. So this is going to be the view that I want, and just say set current view as home. So if I do that, it's going to take a minute update. So let's say if I'm right here, I click on the home, it kind of goes back to exactly what I posted. It's going to take a bit, there you go, to go back to the area that I saved. So this is kind of give you a little bit idea of you can set your current home to get to it. You can set the front view, right? So these are all the options that you have in the model. So if you want to get to any view that already created in the model, you will be able to access it here. This is a kind of shortcut to the areas that you want to get to. So if you want to set the front view to any of these area that you're working on, you can click on it and basically you can set it to that area that you would like to get to. And also if I want to go back and then reset it, I can kind of reset these front and it's going to take it back to wherever that it was before. This one is kind of showing the campus. That's what we see. Orient to view. So you have like a bunch of views in your model that were created, right? So all of these views that you have here in the model, you'll be able to jump to all of these if you click on them. So any of the people that work on this and created a view, it's gonna be under the floor plan, elevation, 3D sections. So you can see like all of these that have been created, you can really jump to it. So you don't have to hear and go through all of these to, let's say I want to go to the view that I created here and find it. It's going to be the easy, and as soon as you add new ones to the 3D, it's going to be added to the 3D view. So see, we created the 3D Ortho 2 before. I had one and all saved over here, and basically you can access them. But this is kind of the shortcut. Right click, orient to view, you can go to the floor plan. This is all the floor plan views available in this model. These are all the elevation, section, and a 3D. So if you want to go, let's say just south, or like any of these, basically you can kind of go to a section view. Let's say do elevator. It's gonna take a bit to go there, and you guys can see it basically take me to that section view really fast, and I don't have to kind of scroll through all of this if my browser is not organized. So this is really a good tool for you to kind of get over there to any of the items that you want. So going back to this, we did talk about the orient to view and then orient to a direction. So what direction you want to look at right now. If you want to look at the south, north, east, west, that basically set your model to that area that you want. You basically set it to that elevation that you are requesting, and there's going to be another fast access to the area. So just make sure this is the views that you have in the model. This is the direction that you want. This is all the direction available, and then orient to a plane. So if you have a specific plane in mind, when you click on it, it basically open it up like what level do you want. You can pick a plane and then okay, and then gonna set that view to this plane. So I will recommend try to familiarize yourself with these items because these are a quick access using the home button to a specific view that you want. It's going to be a little bit faster. Also help button that we have and options. So the options, these are all for the ViewCube, which is this little one right there. So basically shows all 3D, top right if you want to go a different one. Also, the size, the opacity, and all the options that you want to fix your cube will be there. And then the cube is gonna be easy. So if I click on cube, right click, is basically give me the same option that I click on the home. So these are kind of connected to each other. It's the same thing. So if you having a hard time grabbing this because sometimes it's hard to grab, you can kind of click on the view cube and you can get access to everything right here for the direction view, and whatnot. And you can also use this, right? You can kind of click on this. This is, I'm pretty sure, is easy. Everybody knows, like if you want to look at the front, look at the left, you can kind of click on these items. And if you want to rotate, it basically rotate the model for you anywhere you want. And if I want to go back to the set view that I created in my model, I'll just click on the home button and it kind of takes me back to the view that I set before, which is this one. So this is, I think, all about all of the view cube, how it's going to change, and all the accessibility that you are given to the view direction and a plane. It's really fast, and I think it's basically give you list everything in front of you. The next one is going to be these wheel. So the navigation wheel tool has a few options under it. So this is a full one that we're gonna look at it, but if you want to have a mini one, mini view object wheels, the tour, so these are all basically all some of these are a part of these full navigation wheel. So right now we're gonna look at the full navigation wheel, which is gonna basically cover all of this. So if I click on the tool, let me put it here so you guys can see. So we have like some items. It's going to be easy orbit. It's going to orbit around that pivot point. So you guys can see when I click on, let's say, orbit, the pivot point shows up, which is going to be this, and it's going to orbit the model around that pivot point. If you want to pan, I can hold it. So right now I'm just selecting those and then holding my right mouse key and then pen up and down, left and right. So if I want to go to zoom, it's going to be pivot here. So I'm just using my model. That's going to be the location that I have. And then it's with the mouse, it's going over there. So if I want to, let's say, zoom here, hold it, moving my mouse with back and forth while I'm holding the right mouse key. So this is kind of moving back and forth. Rewind is going to be the same thing on 2D that we had before. So basically it's going to show you what you did. If you want to go back to the previously reviewed image or view, you can kind of use the rewind instead of using Control Z, because right now you can see which one it is. You can go directly to that view that you want. So that's going to be a good tool as well. So if I want to go back, I'll just kind of stay over here, click on it, and then come back over here. So there's like a few items in the middle. So the one is up down. So you can see basically I'm just holding the model and then moving stuff up and down. Just easy. So that's kind of good. The next one that we want to take a look at is basically look. So the look is press the arrow key to move. So you can see basically give you also an um, uh, a little bit a description in the bottom to see what to do. But right now I'm not using the arrow keys. I'm just holding my right mouse button and then kind of look tool, using the look tool to kind of move around. So the next one would be the center. So it's gonna center my model exactly where that pivot point is. So this is gonna be the center of my model. Anywhere I click is basically make that location a center point of my model, and then move the attention and the view to that corner. And then you also have a walk tool. The walk tool is not going to work over here, as you guys can see, because you have be within the model. So if you are looking for a walk tool in a Revit that you want to use, you got to make sure you basically click on the walk tool while you are inside your model. Then you can look. But if you are basically right here, the outside is not going to go anywhere. And then there's a note over there, the walk tool requires perspective projection, right? So if you have that perspective view, you'll be able to use the walk tool. Otherwise, if you are on the ortho, you won't be able to do the walk tool. So this is an important note. So if you are on a walk tool and you feel like it's not working because we are on the ortho, right? So we won't be able to move this. So the walk tool just requires the uh, as you can see right here, perspective projection, and you'll be able to use the walk tool. So this is basically everything on this. And then like the 2D, we have the option, right? So you can basically click the option bar right there. So this is a mini view tool if you want like a smaller one with a different kind of, you can see right here how it looks like when I click on it. It just basically gets smaller. I'm just moving my mouse around to select what I want. So if I want to go back to the full, I click on the full one. I just kind of bring it back here. So this is all the different type and shape that you are using based on what you want. This is a full one that we look. This is a basic one that only has the view ones, but we are looking at the full. Go home, basically go back to the same view that you have for your home. Fit to window. This gonna fit the project to your window. Restore original center. So you know we clicked around everywhere. They define different center points or pivot points. This one take it back to the original location where the model was built. And then you can change the camera level, increase the walk speed, decrease it when you are in a perspective mode. Orient to view, this is another good tool that you have over here. If you want to orient to view, you also have access to all of these, plus you can have it to a plane. So just one note, you don't have an orient to direction here. These are all the views, like the 3D views, not the 2D ones. So if you want to access to the floor, RCP, elevation, section, views that you have in your model, you need to go to the home button or the cube button. The steering wheel is not going to give you that, only give you the orient to view and orient to plane. If you have a specific view, you can save it, and then option basically give you the same option regarding the steering wheel, how you want to do it, the size of it, the opacity, how fast it's gonna be, and all the basically items that you want to fix your tool right there. And when you're done, just X out. So next one, which is gonna be the same as the 2D that went through, is gonna be zoom for the specific region, zoom out, zoom to a fit. So basically, just zoom the region that you have or the model to basically the screen. If you have anywhere else any different models, zoom all to it. Basically shows everything that you have in the model, put them in one view for you. The next one would be zoom sheet size. So this is going to be the sheet size that you'll be able to see what is going to be the sheet size, and also the previous pan and zoom is going to be the control Z that you are going back to the previous one. And then right here you will be able to see the docking of this is going to be top light, left, bottom, and then also if you want to change the opacity for these navigation bar, you'll be able to basically use this. So these are everything about the views in 3D and how to navigate them. And I think if you guys familiarize yourself with orient to view and orient to direction or orient to a plane, this is going to give you a faster way to get to a point that you want. And also you can save a specific view that you like. It's going to be in your views, it's going to be saved over here, so it's going to be a quick access and a shortcut and stuff going through your browser and find the views and then floor plans and elevations. This is going to be faster, and then it's going to take you to that view, not the sheet. It's going to take you to that view. You can help you to see how it's going to look like. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you like the content, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.